So the digital marketing blog is worth 40% of your overall mark, and it is a semester-long ongoing type of assignment. So it continues ongoingly throughout the entire semester. You'll have 9 unique opportunities to submit at least 5 entries. You are more than welcome to blog 9 times. So always a few students that do. If you blog more than the bare minimum of 5 entries, then your potential to get a good mark will only increase, as we will disregard the weaker entries. If you wonder about what to blog about, it's about the weekly content each week. So as you go through the modules on Canvas and you click through the introduction, the learning material, and then you click to the next page, and there will be a seminar discussion topic that will pretty much formulate the content of what you should be blogging about. So a blog is engaging, and it's relevant, and it is a critical dialogue around the content. So obviously we are interested in you demonstrating that you're learning something throughout the semester. So it's not just reading the headline for each week's topic and then writing what your opinion on that topic is. It's about purposely using hyperlinks, purposely using external sources to build up and support your arguments. You also need to give comments and feedback to others. That's an integral part of this assignment. Providing feedback is worth 30% of the overall mark here. So this is not an assignment that you do in a vacuum in isolation on your own. It's an assignment that we share and where we engage in peer learning throughout the entire semester. To get that sort of stuff happening and flowing, you have the chance to promote your blog via social media channels specifically made for this course. So there will be a Facebook group that your tutor will set up, and there will also be a LinkedIn page for all the students in the entire course to engage with. So let's look at the marking rubric for the blog. 40% of the mark is for the content. So is the content meaningful? Is it relevant to the digital marketing topics that we go throughout the semester? So it has to relate to the seminar topic. It's not supposed to be a summary of the topic. It's supposed to be a discussion and a critique of it, and it's supposed to take it one step further. So again, as I said, go back and look at the seminar discussion topic, because that will sort of pose the type of questions of reflecting on critical thinking and insight that we are interested in. Professional standard, how the content is presented is also important. So this has to do with to what extent your claims are and ideas are supported with examples, with references and evidence and so forth. In a blog, we don't write references in brackets and then a reference list at the end. What we do is that we add in hyperlinks, clickable hyperlinks, so that you can go directly to the source content. So spelling, grammar, punctuation, of course, is also a part of the content presentation. Professional standard blog page design and layout is worth further 15%. So we do expect that you spend a little bit of time building your blog page. This is not difficult, but it does require that you demonstrate the basic skills of self-guided learning. So how to improve your blog visual design, whatnot. You type in things in Google, you watch YouTube videos, and you make sure that your blog page is easy to navigate, that the posts are not put together into like what looks like a crazy word cloud, or that the general sort of what is it called, the template pieces of the blog page is not sort of lingering on there, that you've actually made all those updates, removed those things, added links to social media pages if you want to link them in, otherwise remove the buttons and so forth. And then, as I said, 30% is dedicated to peer feedback, so evidence that your of engagement and learning with other students, and generation of discussion with other bloggers as well. Now, if you wonder, if you've never written a blog before, you don't really know what is a blog, look at the links on this page. So what is a blog? Also, how to write a blog post from start to finish. These are just short 3-minute videos, and it really goes through how to design and construct your blog post. If you want an example of a former student in digital marketing, there's also a link on the page here. That particular student is now a tutor in this course, so it should be a good example of a blog. Alright, so the submission process of your blog is slightly complicated, so pay attention. First of all, you need to submit the URL to your blog so that we can assess the visual overall view and look of your page. So when you go on Canvas, you go to the and do the assignment description. You go to the main assignment description where this video is posted, and you click on submit, and then you submit. You just basically just cut and paste in the URL to your main blog page so that we can see that your blog is live and it's working, and we can go through and read it. Now, please use WordPress. You can also use, I guess, Blogger and other pages as well, but if you choose to use something else, then talk to your instructor first. Do not use Wix, because Wix makes it really bloody difficult to post and receive comments unless you have a paid subscription. We have heaps of students in the past that got into all sorts of trouble because the comment function just didn't work as we needed to. So we strongly recommend that you do use WordPress. If you must use something else, then talk to your instructor and we can figure that out as well. So submit your URL on the main blogging or the main blog page on or blog assignment description on Canvas rather, and then go into the individual blog post submissions. So you write, and then you go and you write your first blog post, and then you click on the link that says to submit your copy of your week 2 blog post if you choose to blog in week 2, and then you download the blog post and feedback template. You remove all the text that's on that template that just describes how you're going to use the template, so that it's just the tables left, and then you fill in the table, which is very straightforward. It's where you cut and paste in the feedback that you have given to other students, as well as the posts that you have written, and then you chuck that in for each week that you choose to write a blog post. So blog post must be up by the end of the week of the incoming week's topic. So for example, in week 6 the topic is mobile marketing. If you want to write a post about mobile marketing, then that post must be submitted to turn it in before midnight on Sunday on the end of what is then week 5, so that when week 6 starts on midnight on Monday, then you're at the very latest, then your post is up and live. Of course, we strongly encourage you to submit earlier, because that will give other students more time to read your post and provide you with comments and feedback, which will then again improve your chances of getting a good result. So leaving it to the last minute is discouraged. If you miss that deadline, no dramas. As I said, you only need to do it 5 times, and you have 9 opportunities to do so. So if you miss the deadline, we cannot provide you with an extension. What you do then is you just continue to the next week's topic. So the blog post and feedback submission template, it's got 2 basic tables on there, and this is what it contains. So that you, first of all, for table 1, it's the feedback table. So what what's the URL to the blog or your fellow student peer blog that you provided feedback or a comment to. So you provide a URL, what was your comment, did the blogger respond, and in which case what was the response from the blogger, and then one or two sentences, how did you feel that your feedback helped the blogger? What was the impact of your feedback, basically, or the discussion or exchange that you had? So as the criteria is that you provide feedback to two blogs, two different blogs there. That's it, just two blogs of your peers. So the table will then have, peer feedback 1, and then there's one following peer feedback 2. So we're not looking for a lengthy sort of several paragraphs description of how your feedback helped. We're just looking at a couple of sentences so that you're reflecting on the feedback that you provided to two of your peers. Following that is table 2, where you post in the URL to your particular blog post, the title of the post. I will say first of all what was the topic of that week. So if it's week 6, for example, mobile marketing, you put that first on top of that table 2, and then you paste in the body of your post, and you send that in to Turnitin. Now it goes to Turnitin, but obviously we are not concerned with the overall similarity index, because in table 1, of course, we expect that the majority of table 1 will have 100% similarity index, because it's supposed to be live on that blog post. So if your submissions here of these assignments come through with 0% similarity index, then that will raise a flag for us, because then we'll question whether or not you actually have provided this feedback live to your peers. In table 2, of course, we expect to see close to 0 on similarity index, because you are supposed to then submit the blog post before you then go and post that live on your blog. So that's what we're expecting to see in these tables, and we'll provide further instructions on this in class as well. Finally, here's some feedback again from what students have thought about these assignments in the past. You will get feedback from me or one of your tutors if you write a blog post on one of the first topics of the semester, so week 2, 3 or 4. If you don't write a post on any one of those topics, then the only feedback that you receive will be at the end of the semester. And as you can see from previous semesters, close to 80% of the students found the tutor's feedback on their first post to really help them to improve the remaining posts. So as I say, I strongly encourage that you do write a post early, so you get that feedback, and then you can improve for the rest of the semester. And we can also see here that in the past, that commenting on other people's blogs enhanced skills of giving feedback. So about 65% of students agree that they improve their feedback giving skills from reading other people's blogs. So there's loads of value in this, and in a real life situation in the workforce, giving feedback and developing skills in feedback, giving and receiving feedback is vital for a successful career. So good luck with your blog.